Hey everyone, Jamie here, triathlon nutrition coach from NutriTri. So, some of you may have seen that I've done a series of videos on Facebook where I am the triathlon nutrition coach, if you want to find me. And I've suggested better swaps when it comes to food. So I'm going to go through some of those swaps now. Often they're more nutrient dense or lower in calorie. Well, they give the same sort of effect but for less crap, basically. Okay, so let's start with my personal favourite. Just withdraw it from its packaging. The Humble, you see that? Cauliflower. Okay, so pretty standard this, pretty obvious one. It's not going to be something that blows your mind. But basically replacing rice with cauliflower rice. So you can either grate the cauliflower, fry it up in a little bit of coconut oil or butter or something, or my personal favourite is literally just to either boil or steam it, and then I just mash it up when it's cooked. It's just an easier way. It creates far less mess than grating it. When you're grating it, it's going all over the shop and you end up taking bits off your fingers, and not a fan of the grated stuff. But yeah, cauliflower, way better. In a portion of cauliflower, I don't know, 30-40 calories, loads of vitamins and minerals. You compare that to a portion of rice, 200 calories, minimal vitamins and minerals, obviously a good source of carbohydrate. So there will be times that you will want to eat the rice, but if you're looking to manage your calories, then certainly swapping the rice for cauliflower rice, or mashed cauliflower, whatever you want to call it, is a good idea. The other benefit to it is, what I personally like because I'm greedy, when I have my plate of food, I can have like a whole cauliflower and it's massive. It looks like a massive portion, as opposed to rice where it looks a smaller portion. So you get that kind of sense of filling yourself up and being able to eat for longer. And yeah, I like that. Oh, and another quick tip, you can chuck a few little bits of garlic. So garlic, cloves, just chopped up, chuck them in, mash it with that, adds a little bit more flavour. So that's the first one. Okay, secondly, I haven't really got a swap for this, but I suppose it's easy enough to give you a swap. This is a 10 calorie jelly. So I have one of those most days with my lunch. Going back years, I always used to have a yoghurt for my lunch. And you know, depending on the yoghurt, you know, you can get some really good quality yoghurt these days, but they will be higher in calories. Again, if you're trying to manage your calories, swapping it for one of them, you have that sense of sweetness. It's still like eating a pudding or dessert, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, keeps calories in check. This is one of my personal favourites, and my clients will already know about this because I always rave about it. But basically, every day I have ice cream. Kelly's of Cornwall. I don't know who she is, but that's a honeycomb crunch. So that's Kelly's ice cream. This is my ice cream. Salted caramel. There's only 300 calories in the whole tub. Alright? I usually have about 100 grams-ish, which is about 60 odd calories. If you compare it to this, what have we got in here? In 100 grams of this, 233. It's way different. And to be honest with you, this is really tasty. This is from Aldi here in the UK. Aldi's like a budget supermarket. There's all sorts of better branded ones. Halo, I think, is one. Breyers, I think, is another one. Or something like that. But basically, it's marketed as high protein ice cream. And to be honest with you, it's not particularly high protein. What have we got in terms of protein in here? Per 100 grams, it's got 6. Yeah, so it's okay. 6 grams. But more than that, really, it's just low calorie. But again, you're having a dessert, you're having that pudding, and for me, because I've got a sweet tooth, I like that. It makes me feel like satisfied after my main meal of the day. So I have some of that literally every day with my dinner. Now, the biggie, booze, alcohol. I like drinking. I usually say to people, if you're going to drink, there's an order of things, basically. The worst one, I suppose cocktails are pretty bad, but I don't really have cocktails because I'm not a girl. I do actually have cocktails occasionally. In fact, I had a porn star martini not that long ago, which was a taste sensation. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, there was an order of things. So cocktails are pretty bad. But secondary to that, beer is obviously pretty bad. There's a nice little Soissons, whatever it is. 1664, I'll save my friend. Beer is probably the worst. other than cocktails, then wine, and then spirits. So I have actually tried swapping my standard brew, something like this, a Continental Premium Lager, for a Continental Premium Michelob Ultra. So in this here, you've got 79 calories. In this, we're more like 140. So it's almost half. But I'm going to be honest with you, I'll level with you now. I'm not drinking any more of that Michelob Ultra. Yeah, it's okay, but it's just a bit watery, flavourless. So if I'm going to drink alcohol, I'm going to drink the real thing. So one good tip there, and this is a good example. So this 1664 Kronenberg, this is actually only a 25 centilitre bottle. So I'm quite a fan of buying smaller bottles. So obviously it might be calorific, but if you have 2 bottles of that, it's better than having 2 bottles of a 330. Obvious, I know, but something to consider if you're trying to manage your calories. So that is what I would do with beer. Don't drink the Michelob Ultra. I mean, you might like it if you do, great. I don't personally. I would rather have the flavour of the real thing. But then another taste sensation that I'm pretty keen on at the moment is probably, rather than having beer too much, I do have the odd beer, but is to replace my beer with a little bit of vodka and tonic. So here in the UK we have these Fever Tree tonics. I don't know whether you have them elsewhere, but Fever Tree tonic is insanely good. So this is an elderflower version, and in this can you've got like 30 calories, so it's way less than your standard tonic. So if you have a vodka and tonic, it'll probably be roughly 100 calories, so it's less than a beer. And it's nice, it's a nice treat, it's a nice flavour. Personally, I would always have a vodka and tonic with a few olives, maybe a few pistachio nuts. When we were on holiday, we were having a little bit of tepinard, however you say it, like mashed up olive. That was really nice. But yeah, a few olives and a few pistachios and a vodka and tonic is a treat. You know, it's tasty, and pretty much everything in there apart from the alcohol. You know, there's some nutrition in the nuts and the olives, and there's some flavour, and you know, the alcohol in the vodka obviously makes you feel good. So that to me is a great swap as well. So I hope you find that useful. Hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, ask any questions, by all means post them below and I'll be happy to get back. But I'm really trying to spread the word on this channel. I know it takes time, probably takes years, but if you could do me a favour in any way of either sharing it, literally subscribing and commenting helps, and giving me the thumbs up, but a share on some sort of social media channel would be awesome. I'd really appreciate that. Okay, well thank you, have a good week, and yeah, see you soon.